All right, so Google just dropped something big. It's called Gemini 3 Pro, and this isn't just another small update. People are calling it their biggest multimodal leap yet. So let's break down exactly what makes this new AI model such a potential game changer. This quote really hits the nail on the head. We're moving way beyond just having a conversation with an AI. The whole game is shifting from AI as a fancy search engine to AI as a full-on production studio, a system that's designed to take our messy, raw, scattered ideas and actually turn them into something real. So, what does that actually look like in practice? Well, the first major capability to wrap your head around is seeing Gemini 3 as a genuine creative partner. It's built to take a concept from its earliest, messiest form and see it all the way through to a polished, finished product. And this is where it gets really interesting. We're not talking about feeding it perfectly typed out prompts. The demo they showed starts with something incredibly human. Just photos of old, handwritten family recipes from Korea, complete with little notes and sketches in the margins. And with one simple command, create a bilingual website using these family recipes, boom, this is what it produced. A fully functional, beautifully formatted website. It's got structured recipe cards, ingredients, instructions, and it did it all in both English and Korean. That's not a small step up. That is a massive leap in what these things can do. Okay, so it's great at organizing information that already exists, but what about creating something totally from scratch? This is where its creativity mode kicks in, turning it into this powerful visual engine. We're not just talking about formatting recipes anymore, we're talking about designing entire worlds. And the results are, well, they're just stunning. Look at this stuff. From retro vaporwave graphics to these incredibly intricate sci-fi structures, and even full 3D assets like a voxel eagle built block by block. This is so far beyond a simple reasoning model, it's a visual creation tool. Now, this powerful visual side of things leads us straight into its second key function, acting as your own personal AI tutor. The whole idea is using that visual power to take really complex topics and make them understandable in a totally new way. Take a look at this prompt. It's a super complex scientific question about RNA polymerase. Normally, if you asked an AI this, you'd get back a dense wall of text, right? Something you'd have to read 3 times to understand. But Gemini 3, it didn't write an essay. Nope. It generated this, an interactive, animated simulation of DNA transcription. It's visual, conceptual learning brought to life. You can actually see the process happening instead of just reading about it. They pushed this conceptual understanding even further with another challenge, explaining the insane difference in scale between objects in our universe. I mean, how do you even begin to visualize that in a way that makes sense? Well, you do it like this. It responded with a dynamic, animated zoom that literally takes you from a tiny DNA strand out to a beach ball and then all the way out to the solar system. An incredibly abstract concept like scale, it suddenly feels completely intuitive. It just clicks. And hey, this isn't just for science class. When they asked it to create a Van Gogh gallery, it produced this incredible, interactive timeline of his work, all sorted by the different periods of his life. It even added context about his personal struggles and artistic evolution, giving you this rich, story-driven learning experience. All right, now for the third and maybe the most mind-bending capability of all, the agentic workflow. This is where Gemini 3 stops just creating or explaining things and starts doing things. It can actually execute multi-step tasks for you. And it begins with something we can all relate to, right? The daily grind of managing our digital lives. So here's the crucial part. When prompted to organize my inbox, the AI didn't just give advice. It acted as an agent. It went into the inbox, sorted the mail, and then suggested bulk actions like, hey, you can confirm all these items with a single click. This is a huge, huge step towards agentic AI becoming a mainstream thing we all use. Okay, but here's where it gets really wild. This whole agent capability, it isn't just limited to software. It actually extends into the physical world. In the demo, they plugged a real physical pinball machine into a laptop. Gemini 3 was able to analyze its code, understand its components, and then help a developer route the controls and solve coding tasks to get it working. I mean, think about that. That's a direct link between an AI, software, and a piece of hardware in the real world. So when you put all of these pieces together, the creator, the tutor, and the agent, what do you actually have? You get a vision for a single, all-in-one system.
Google frames this whole vision around three core pillars, which we've just seen in action: the ability for the AI to learn complex concepts, to build finished products, and to plan and execute tasks. And that's the real takeaway here. This isn't just a collection of cool, separate features. It's designed to be a truly integrated system for thinking, creating, and actually doing things.
So let's just step back and recap for a second. In just the last few minutes, we've seen a single system that can understand handwritten notes, build entire websites, animate complex science, design new worlds, plan your tasks, fix code, and even control physical hardware. I mean, just think about that incredible range. When you see it all laid out like that, it's pretty clear why this is being called Google's most ambitious AI release to date. It really does feel like a genuine step change in what these systems are capable of. And that leaves us with one final massive question. What does the future look like when a tool this powerful, a system that can truly learn, build, and plan, is accessible to everyone? The implications are huge, and honestly, we're just beginning to find out.